We're taking you live to Canberra now. Anthony Albanese is standing side by side with the Prime Minister of Singapore. Let's take you live there now.
Today, Prime Minister Wong and I launched an upgraded comprehensive strategic partnership that takes our cooperation to the next level. The ambitious next phase of our evolving partnership will increase defence cooperation, expand our economic partnership, including to help ensure supply chains remain resilient, support our action together on climate change, strengthen pandemic preparedness and research cooperation, boost development on AI and emerging technologies, and furthering partnerships between our public service, universities and art institutions. In addition to our upgraded partnership, ministers have signed Memorandum of Understanding across the board. There's a new Enhanced Defence Cooperation Agreement, Economic Resilience Agreement, and another on working with our ASEAN partners. We also discussed the recent Optus emergency service outages. We had a constructive conversation. I thank very much Prime Minister Wong for his words of condolence for those who were impacted with their families. We spoke about Australia and Singapore's focus on ASEAN and its central role in this region. I thank Prime Minister Wong for his commitment to this vision, and I thank Singapore for 6 decades of partnership. This has been a partnership between leaders, between nations, but most importantly, between peoples. And I now will hand to Prime Minister Wong before we take questions from the media. Prime Minister Wong.
Thank you, Prime Minister Albanese, for the warm welcome once again. I am pleased to be in Canberra to commemorate several significant milestones in our bilateral relationship. This year, we mark 60 years of diplomatic ties. Australia was one of the very first countries to recognize Singapore's independence and establish diplomatic ties with us. We are grateful for your friendship and steadfast support over the decades. We also mark 50 years since the Singapore Armed Forces started training in Australia. Generations of our servicemen and women have benefited from your hospitality and support. In turn, Singapore has always stood ready to help in difficult times, most recently during the Queensland floods earlier this year. Of course, this year is also the 10th anniversary of our comprehensive strategic partnership. This has delivered real and tangible benefits for both countries. More than 110 initiatives, including pathfinding ones, like the world's first digital and green economy agreements. We have forged closer links between our businesses, with more than 5,000 Australian companies now using Singapore as a launchpad to access opportunities in the region. And we have a significant flow of two-way travel, with people studying, working and living in our respective countries. Many have formed close ties and lifelong friendships. And these people-to-people ties form the foundation of our partnership. Prime Minister Albanese and I have earlier agreed and launched the upgraded comprehensive strategic partnership, one which is anchored in trust and which will allow us to chart new frontiers together. For example, we are stepping up our security cooperation. Through the Enhanced Defence Cooperation MOU, we will improve our military's reciprocal access to facilities and deepen cooperation in defence science, technology, logistics and supply chains. We are strengthening economic connectivity. We will ensure that critical goods continue flowing between our countries, even during disruptions. We will cooperate in new and emerging areas like cyber, digital space, and artificial intelligence. This will enable us to shape international standards and harness the transformative potential of these new technologies. And we will enhance our green partnership by refreshing our green economy agreement and holding a ministerial dialogue on energy. And we will support Australia's vision to become a renewable energy superpower by connecting your abundant resources with Southeast Asia's growing demand for clean power. Both Australia and Singapore recognize that our future security and prosperity lies in Asia. And that means we will have to work together to shape the architecture for cooperation in our region. Singapore will continue to support Australia's efforts to deepen its engagement with Southeast Asia. And we will cooperate under a new third country training program to deliver capacity building programs for Southeast Asian countries, including what will soon be ASEAN's newest member, Timor-Leste. All in all, we have a full and ambitious agenda ahead of us. Prime Minister Albanese and I have tasked our ministers to begin implementing the CSP 2.0 in earnest, and we look forward to the updates. The world today is becoming more uncertain and more unsettled, but Australia and Singapore share a common strategic perspective that is built on a deep reservoir of trust. And I'm confident that with this strong foundation, we can continue to chart new frontiers and deliver lasting benefits for both our peoples. Thank you, Prime Minister.